Do you shop at Costco? I consider myself a Costco shopper. As a matter of fact, a friend of mine who's a teacher said one of her kids came there and said, you know what, Mr. Brown was lying. I always see him at Costco. Well, I am always at Costco. And if you are too, you'll know this. They always changing stuff up. They always moving the bread over here and this over there. I'm like, where's stuff at? Y'all be playing with a brother. Well, today I'm gonna switch up stuff with Proclaim News. Normally we do a video every week or every month. Now we're gonna switch up a little bit to do a little bit of newsletter and a video. And I'll explain more in this edition of Proclaim News for June 2024. Mr. Brown here, Proclaim Ministries, helping connect faith and life. And I want to Proclaim News to help keep you up to date what's going on in the ministry. And June was a very busy month. Started the month off by flying to Minnesota to be a part of a wedding. Congratulations to Tristan and Sydney. And also to preach at Faith Bridge Church, which I'll be going back to in August for the Vacation Bible School. I get back and we start Vacation Bible School at our church, VC Family. So I have a lot more in the written newsletter. You can get in the link below in the description. The best place to get it is on our app because you can see it open up really nice and beautiful in the app. But I'm gonna tell you two stories from Vacation Bible School that I thought were pretty funny. Number one, a girl came to me. She said, Mr. Brown, I trusted Christ as my Savior. And I said, are you sure? She's like, yes. So opened the Bible and showed her John 1:12. And it said, but as many as received him, to them get a right to become children of God, to believe in his name. So I said, to become a child of God, to get saved, you have to be a certain age, right? She's like, no. I said, you gotta be 17, right? She's like, no. I said, you gotta be 4. She's like, no. How old do you have to be? She says, 5. I said, how old are you? 5. She was convinced that God had saved her. She trusted Christ her Savior. And some people may question, can a 5-year-old really trust Christ? Well, the question is really this. Can God save a 5-year-old? Can God draw a 5-year-old to himself? I would say yes, he can. I don't put limitation on what God can do. And if the message is clear, if this girl understands the message, she trusted Christ, she's saved. Now, I believe we need to help her to grow like we do adults as well, to grow in their faith, understand what it means. But that was really exciting. She said that you had to be 5 years old because she was 5. Second story was another little girl. We were doing a review game. Lots of fun. I like the review game to get to know what the kids got from the week. It's on Thursday, our last day. And it was kindergarten girl. I think it was a first grade boy. They came up, they played rock, paper, scissors, see who got to go answer the question. Well, she wins. And the question was, who can say Genesis 1:27, which was one of our memory verses. She won rock, paper, scissors for the girls. She was ready to say the verse, and she says, Genesis 1:27. That was it. And you know what? She was correct. She did say Genesis 1:27. So I had to give her the point and let her dig in the bag for the Zonk game. I really enjoyed teaching kids, and we taught them a lot of memory verses. So if you want to see the memory verses that we did, you can go to proclaimkids.com, click on the quest, the VBS quest. You can see all the memory verses we taught. You can see the sermon on Sunday. You can see my participation in the sermon. You can also see a recap video of the entire week of Vacation Bible School. I want to ask you to pray for our ministry in 3 ways. Number one, would you pray that God will supply our needs as a growing ministry? We're growing, bringing on new staff, new team members to edit videos, and we're growing. So please pray that God will give us the resources to continue to grow. Number two, I pray that God will give us the boldness to preach as we should. As we do more and more interaction on YouTube and on these different platforms, a lot of people are saying some things that are nasty, that are mean, right? And sometimes I have the tendency to want to shrink back a little bit. But you know what? Paul even prayed for God to give him boldness to preach as he ought to. And I want the same boldness. And I want to be able boldness to speak the truth in love, the boldness and faithfulness to speak the truth in love. Because it's not about I'm not an angry Christian. I love people. And it breaks my heart that some of the comments we get on Facebook, on Instagram, and especially YouTube are negative, are like, don't believe in God. There is no God. We have no purpose. And I don't want to argue and beat those people up and prove them wrong. So pray with me for boldness and faithfulness to preach and teach as we ought to. And lastly, pray that we'll be able to create more content for individuals that they can live for God by connecting faith and life, but also for churches, to train more churches. I love doing kids and youth ministry, but I also want to duplicate. I want to be able to train others to do kids ministry and youth ministry effectively. So pray for those ways for us. And again, this is a hybrid, so please check out the link in the description, look at the newsletters, the PDF, and read more and more information. Also go to proclaimkids.com to hear more about what happened at Vacation Bible School. And hopefully all our resources will help you live for God by connecting faith and life. Peace!